So as we're to understand, you're refusing to cooperate.
Kate, what is your favorite flavor of candy?
Blue raspberry.
Okay. What is your favorite flavor of Gatorade?
Blue raspberry.
Okay. Final question. What is your favorite flavor of vape?
Blue raspberry.
Yes. You heard
Ice.
it. Okay. Well, that just blows up the theory altogether right there. Yeah. Blue ras ice. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Needless to say, Kate's a big fan of blue raspberry. Well, Kate, I'm here to tell you, according to food theory, blue raspberry is a complete lie. Don't worry. At least blue raspberries are still kind of a real thing.
Also, we just discovered that blue raspberry margarita mix is a thing.
Yes, that is a thing.
And that is something I really want.
And blue raspberry Laffy Taffy, which
yeah,
you were also very high on.
yes.
So yeah, needless to say, we're probably going to be getting some blue raspberry flavored stuff just for Kate, so that she can have some fun.
Also, we make blue raspberry Jolly Rancher flavored vodka.
Yes,
which is awesome.
I actually do that, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like making those.
Whenever there are blue raspberry Jolly Ranchers left.
Yeah.
Because I picked them out of the tub. So
It is what it is. But hey, we still have an abundance of the blue Jolly Rancher vodka out there,
Yes.
so we're all good.
Yeah.
We also have cherry. We also have watermelon, green apple, and yeah.
Did you do grape?
Oh no, I did did I say watermelon already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think I maybe did grape too, just to see if it would work. But needless to say, we've had some success with those, especially the watermelon, because Nick made a specialty drink based off of Mitsuri from Demon Slayer. He calls it his watermelon waifu cocktail.
Oh, gosh.
The watermelon waifu cocktail, aka the Mitsuri.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and he knows how to make that.
Him and his waifus.
Yes. Also, he makes a pretty mean gimlet and a pretty mean grasshopper from the green apple Jolly Rancher vodka.
He's also going to be making me some blue ras flavored margaritas.
Absolutely. I think he'd be more than happy to do that.
Yeah. And we have a margarita kit upstairs. So.
Yes, we do. Yeah, which y'all made me buy. I was just like, I wonder what else we can get for the bar. And you were like, Nate, look at this.
Pretty much all the stuff up there I sourced.
You curated.
Yeah.
You curated what to put in there. And I was just like, all right.
I racked Nick's brain.
Yes. Yes, you did. So, anyway, blue raspberry, apparently, according to food theory, is a complete lie. So, I guess we'll see. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see what kind of flavor lie that, Mr. MatPat has for us. Let's check it out.
Boy, oh boy, I love snow cones. What flavor did you get, Tom?
Grape. Do I have to say this? I just love it.
Oh, me too. How about you, Amy?
Tiger's blood.
Oh, you would.
What flavor's that?
Strawberry, watermelon, and coconut.
Damn it. Again. Stop it.
Mwah, so good.
Oh, that sounds delicious. And what did you get, head editor Dan?
Blue.
But blue isn't a flavor, Dan. What flavor did you get?
Blue. Do you mean blue raspberry?
Blue.
He's blue.
No.
Yes, blue.
Cause blue raspberries aren't a real thing. Not a real flavor. So again, I ask, what flavor did you get, Dan?
Blue.
Blue.
Oh!
Blue.
Blue. It takes me back to that Randy Feltface bit. Just like, it's like, I have a cousin. Needless to say, we don't talk much because it's like I don't even remember. It's like don't even remember like anything about like growing up or anything like that. So, anyway, she calls me up and she says, Braden can't eat blue stuff. It's like, first off, I didn't even know you were fucking pregnant. Secondly, what do you mean Braden can't eat anything that's blue? Blue stuff. It's just like, Braden can't eat anything that is blue, so we don't want anything blue at your party. It's like, first off, it's like, you look at blue flavored stuff, it's like, what flavor is that? Like, name me one thing one thing of like fruit or berries or anything like that that is blue.
Blueberries.
Blueberries are freaking purple. He actually does that because everybody yells out blueberry and he screams at the top of his lungs, "Blueberries are fucking purple!" and then he's just like, no, nothing out there is actually blue. Instead, when we see blue, a lot of people attribute mint, but mint is actually green. And if you ever saw a mint plant that was blue like that, you would set that shit on fire. Yeah, I love that. I like Randy Feltface. He's a bit much when it comes to some things, but the dude is hilarious.
Internet, welcome to Food Theory, where we always work.
Sorry,
towards the
I had to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it.
I was doing it in my head.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Renegades oh, wait. Shit, wrong channel.
Humanity. Theorists, we have got to talk about the unique culinary oddity that is blue. The color, the flavor, blue. You see, blue is the world's favorite color, and it's not hard to see why. We tend to associate blue with positive things. The sky, the ocean, style theory, but those aren't actually truly blue. They're just the product of light refracting in a particular way. When it comes to things that are actually blue, scientists believe that blue is the rarest color to occur in nature. This is because there are relatively few blue pigments that are found in the natural world, and because of that rarity, when they do occur, they're often meant to serve as a warning. I mean, just look at this cutie pie. Don't you?
No.
Hell no.
I know what that thing is.
Deadly.
You do not want that thing to touch you.
You just want to
It's
cuddle him
pretty,
up with those.
Oh, it is pretty,
but
you won't be thinking that whenever it latches on, do you?
Cute little blue rings and tentacles. Well, don't, because he carries enough venom to kill 26 adult humans in a matter of minutes. There are also some species of indigofera plants, which are used to produce natural blue dyes, which contain a toxic chemical called indigo. Ingesting or inhaling the chemical can cause symptoms such as vomiting, diarrhea, and convulsions. And of course, there's the blue poison dart frog. I mean,
Hell yeah.
So
like that, I don't really
cute,
think
though.
I need to explain how this blue is trying to scare me away. And yet, despite
Hold
a
on.
name like that, I don't really think I need to explain how this blue is trying.
I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da, you die.
I didn't see that. I was looking at the frog. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Blue dabba dee dabba dab you die.
Da, you die.
Da you die.
I love it so much.
That's awesome.
Trying to
I'm
scare
gonna be
me
singing
away.
that
And yet,
song in
despite
my
how
head.
unnatural blue is and how it's basically a big old red flag indicating danger, or I suppose I should say a big old blue flag indicating danger, when it comes to food, we humans eat it up. When M&M's wanted to revitalize the brand in the mid-90s, blue...
I remember that. I remember getting packets of like M&Ms, and literally me and Ashley argued over who got to eat the blue M&Ms. Nick, is that you again? Hello? Post-production Nate, if you do not delete that specific section that just happened, I'm afraid we would have a very, very bad time.
Yeah.
Because yeah. Oh, also, like I was saying, me and my sister fought over who got to eat the blue M&Ms. And
I used to fight about the blue M&Ms as
me
well.
and Ashley, like, it was just like, if there was a bag that had only one in them, oh lord. If there was a bag that had two, okay, each of you get one. If there was a bag that had three, oh god.
Why didn't you just have the third one?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Like it's hard to split an M&M sometimes.
Oh, true.
Vitalized the brand in the mid-90s, Blue crushed the fan vote, beating the other two options of pink and purple with an overwhelming 54% of the 11 million total votes. To
I
celebrate,
could not
they lit up.
see a pink or purple M&M.
I can see them. I think it'd be
Well,
interesting.
they do have them. Maybe do they have them in like the Valentine's Day stuff?
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay.
The Empire State Building blue, and that one change would go down in history as one of the company's most successful campaigns.
That's
More
awesome.
recently, in a fan vote for favorite flavors of Sour Patch Kids, Blue Raspberry took the crown despite being released 20 years after the original flavor lineup. It now gets its own exclusive flavor
Yes.
packaging. And before you say anything, it doesn't stop
I
at
want
candies
some of
either. Blue
those.
cocktails have been getting their moment in the sun. Hannah Godwin of The Bachelor fame started a bit of a trend last year when she posted herself with a boozy blue raspberry slushie. It seemed like an innocent thing. Oh, blue cocktails are
Ooh.
so in right now. But
Guess what? I just remembered I have.
What did you just remember that you have?
I have a blue raspberry alcoholic popsicle upstairs.
Oh, that's right. Huh.
I kind of want to go get it.
Just to rub it in Matt Pat's face.
they are in, and they continue to be in, and they continue to dominate. Cool Blue? Yep, that is the highest selling Gatorade flavor, but I can almost
Yeah, that's
guarantee
my
that none of
favorite.
you can actually tell me what Cool Blue tastes like.
Tastes like blue.
In fact, any of these
Blue.
blue things.
Blue.
What is their flavor? Yes, you in the back. I know that blue M&Ms taste like chocolate. Sit down. I ask again,
Aw.
minus this food, what is the flavor of blue?
It's literally just raspberry, just colored blue.
Yeah.
That's it. I hate to say it, but it is literally just raspberry colored blue. But the mentality of it being blue is what gives it its drawing power.
Yeah.
It's a psychological thing. It's just like that one video whenever, you know, they say it's either Green Needle or Brainstorm. Have you ever heard that? Okay. All right. Yeah. Green Needle and Brainstorm. Yeah. It's like, what do you hear here, Kate?
I hear a green needle.
Look at one and then look at the other. Like look at Green Needle and now look at Brainstorm.
I still heard green needle.
I hear both.
Oh.
I hear both.
Do it again.
Hold on, let's see.
I still only hear green needles.
I hear both.
What's the difference? I mean,
There's no difference. It's literally the same phrase that's being said, but brainstorm. But yeah,
play it again.
Looking. So this one.
it's weird. But yeah, it's amazing that this whole meme originates from a dude reviewing a toy from 2014. Let alone a Ben 10 wristwatch. Jesus. Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. So your brain literally tells you, like, this is, like, it's a psychological thing. It's weird how that shit works.
Don't worry, I'll wait. What was that? Oh, blue raspberry? Yeah, sure. But what exactly is blue raspberry? You see, even though at this point we've kind of just accepted this as a thing that exists, when you stop and think for a minute, there are so many questions to ask about that unnatural concoction. Like, what flavor is it really? Blue raspberries do not exist. If you've seen photos, they've been doctored. If you've seen videos, they've been retouched. If you think you've eaten them, you are wrong. Blue raspberry is not real and has never been real. So then, what is this imaginary flavor that we all love? And also, why did they choose raspberry, of all things, to represent this imaginary flavor? Raspberries aren't blue. There are perfectly good berries out there that are actually blue, so why not use
They're purple.
them? You don't even have to taste the same. It's not like grape-flavored things taste like grapes. If they did, your blow pop would taste like a LaCroix. Your snow cone would taste like water that sat next to something sweet a week ago. That is the real flavor of grape. So why not blueberry for your blue candy? Why create a completely new fake berry to describe a made-up flavor in an unnatural color of food? We live in a world where pudding now comes in flavors of dragon, unicorn, and mermaid.
What?
Yes.
Really?
It hurts. It literally hurts my brain to think that this is a real thing.
Made with stardust.
Made with stardust, made with star wishes, made with dragon, infused with dragon magic. Jesus Christ.
Sure, mermaid, all right.
Also
Surprise tattoos.
naturally flavored pudding.
You get tattoos inside.
Jesus wept.
Now we know what licking Ariel would taste like.
Oh my god.
It was something closer to the saltiness of the ocean and not the cloying sweetness of this, but sure. All of this is fiction anyway. It's all made up. None of it is real. And wait,
Yeah.
what's that? A blue Sour Patch Kids pudding cup? An energy drink? This stuff is everywhere. So today,
True.
we're diving into the history of blue raspberry. Why is this stuff so popular? Why for this specific berry? And most puzzling of all, what are you actually ingesting when you eat it? Well, friends, call me Reverse Morpheus, because today I'm about to show you the literal blue pill. As I mentioned before, no, blue raspberries aren't real. It's possible that whoever first had the idea to put raspberry flavor and blue dye together into the same food might have been inspired by a strain of the fruit called white bark raspberries, aka Rubius leucodermis, which takes on a bright indigo tint when they're at their ripest point. But
Yeah. I mean, we actually have like blackberries out there that are ripening right now, and they're starting to turn red, but they're not quite ripe yet.
We have blackberries?
Yeah, they're out there right next to the door.
Are they edible?
Yeah, blackberries are edible. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about picking a batch of them and like making like a liqueur out of it.
Ooh.
Either a liqueur or like just a limited amount of blackberry jelly. Or
You need to make sure you wash them really good.
oh, don't worry, I've already got that idea down.
You didn't spray near them today, did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's over there near the front.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Like they're way over here, like near the back, like the opposite side of the door.
Oh, okay.
these real things, yeah, they're not the color of blue raz as we know it today. They're also not typically cultivated at the rates where anyone would be mass-producing extract from
No.
these things either, so that's not the real flavor here either. Notice, though, that
Really?
I said whoever had the idea. You see, it's somewhat in dispute who first had the idea to pair this so-called raspberry flavor with blue dye number 2. Far and away the most commonly used specific shade of FDA-approved food coloring for this exact purpose, but it's believed to have first emerged as an eye-catcher additive to cotton candy and fountain soda at concession stands and circuses.
I
Eventually,
believe
it would
that.
be picked up and mass-produced by the frozen treat business in the 1970s. Two separate companies both claim to be the first to have capitalized off of the idea of blue raspberry.
no.
First, Icy, those frozen Slurpee drinks that
Yeah.
I forgot about those.
you
Yeah,
sometimes
blue
get at
ices.
grocery stores or gas stations. Secondly, Otter Pops, the plastic tubes of liquid sugar that you get during the summer months because they're cheaper than normal popsicles.
That's
Then
true.
known as the scissors to open them when you actually want to eat them. So
You, don't be a pussy. Use your teeth.
Yeah.
then you just try to rip them open with your teeth. Then it kind of like splatters everywhere, and you're like,
You didn't do it right.
No, you didn't.
oh, now I got a mouthful of plastic, and sometimes there's like the weird margarita flavor. Anyway, both of these claim to have been the first to make a blue raspberry version of their product. Icy already had themselves a blue element to their logo, so they didn't really have to change any branding. Meanwhile, Otter Pops went so far as to introduce an entirely new character to their roster, named Louis Blue, a blue French otter who carries a flower.
Oh.
Also, can I just say it at this point? I didn't realize that Otter Pops had personas, and it's kind of
Okay. Strawberry short kook. Like, is that like strawberry shortcake? Really? You're playing it? Okay. Sir Isaac Lime. Louis Blue Raspberry. Little Orphan Look at her. She's so sad.
Aw.
Alexander the Great.
Wow.
Poncho Punch.
Poncho.
Arriba. Anita Fruit Punch. Cosmic Coconut. Wait. Why are there two Cosmic Coconuts? What the fuck? And also, Major Mango. I was gonna say, put some respect on his name. His dad died in the previous food wars.
I think it's a
Kinda
girl.
Oh.
It's got eyelashes.
Oh, I think you're right.
Me right now. They even have themselves a line of Funko Pops. And why is the orange
What?
character sad? Oh, God, it's because she's an orphan. Oh, jeez. Is there
They
Otter
have
Pop lore that I have to be aware of here?
Funko
Do I have to do an
Pops?
Otter Pop lore theory? What even
Don't
is
do
my
it.
life at
Don't do it. Don't do it.
this
Take
point?
Nate's
Okay, so
advice.
now that we know who did it, why? Why blue? Well, if you read online, most articles will talk about the difficulty of associating the flavor of raspberry with a specific color. Sure, raspberries in nature are usually some form of red, purple, or a shade in between, but a lot of other popular flavors
Purple or Cred.
are also strongly associated with those exact same colors. You couldn't use purple, that's for grape. Red, that's usually cherry, which is why strawberry then has to be pink. Watermelon is sometimes green, unless the product line already has a sour apple variant, in which case it's gonna go pink. But pink's already taken up by strawberry, and oh my gosh, already this is really tough. So yeah, raspberry had to be blue almost by default. It was the last pick on the field, the one that didn't
No.
have any other strong associations. And well, yes, this is the most widely accepted reason historically for why blue raspberry has stuck around as long as it has. There's another more fundamental reason for the presence of blue raspberry that everyone tends to overlook. People didn't want to die. Believe it or not, originally most products artificially flavored with a raspberry tinge did try to mimic the appearance of raspberries themselves. Raspberry Blow Pops, Raspberry Jolly Ranchers, Laffy Taffy, even now and later, all of them
I remember that.
started as red, but later changed to a blue color. Why? Well, if you're old enough or you have yourself some older relatives, you might have heard the stories about red M&Ms not existing for a decade because people thought that they were poisonous. Yep,
I remember hearing about that.
that is a real thing that happened, and it was because of a real public health panic over FD&C Red No. 2, aka Amaranth, an industrial food dye
Red
named after
dye
its
number
resemblance
2.
to red flowers. Amaranth was cited as
Wait, Amaranth? The OnlyFans chick? That's a joke, by the way. You're telling me that Amaranth killed people?
Oh no.
the potential cancer-causing agent in several scientific studies published in the 1970s, which led to
Uh-huh.
massive bans of its use throughout the US. This public fear was actually so widespread that even foods that didn't use red No. 2 like M&Ms stopped making red products altogether because they were worried that consumers would fear all red dyes. But since Amaranth is a little closer to reddish purple than bright red, products that were using red No. 2 tended to be raspberry flavored. So when the FDA banned its use in the US, the Raz suddenly needed, literally, a whole new image. And blue No. 2 was just sitting there at the ready. And even though now, with more sophisticated dye technology and way more hues and color nuances available, Blue Raz got itself nicely established as the color for the raspberry flavor profile in pop culture. And in case you were wondering, the FDA considers blue No. 2 to be among the least harmful color-related food additives. So now that we know the who and the why, it's finally time to get the what. What actually is the flavor of this made-up imaginary berry? Because spoiler alert, it ain't raspberry anymore. To understand what it is, we actually have to go all the way back to 1922 and a chemical engineer named
Jesus.
Melvin de Groot. With his 900 patents, Melvin is often considered to be the second greatest American inventor behind Thomas Edison. And the ripples of his work
Wow.
Yeah, Thomas Edison and his creative uses of patents to basically just completely eradicate innovation. Oh, and also not only that, but Big Electric, for the longest time, had light bulbs that literally lasted forever. But due to not enough people buying light bulbs and seeing their profit margins start to slip a little bit, they were like, you know what? We need to make less. We need to make worse light bulbs, so that we can sell more light bulbs.
Of course.
And there you go. There is actually a light bulb. It was one of the light bulbs that supposedly last forever. It has been on constantly since I think 1915.
What?
And it is still burning to this day. It's a firehouse. I think it's in New York somewhere, and it's just still there. And they inspect it basically every year to ensure that it's still in good shape. And lo and behold, it's still perfect.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's take a look at it real quick. The light bulb that never burns out. The Centennial bulb, yeah. Livermore Pleasanton Fire Station. Bulb was 117 years old. So I was wrong. It's actually 1906. There it is. 1901. There it is. The Centennial bulb.
Oh, where is it at? Oh, it's in
is-
California.
Oh, it's in Livermore, California. Okay. Sorry, I thought it was in New York. Whoops. My mistake.
Don't come after him, people. He's fact-checking.
They will.
Oh, there is one in... I don't know.
Fort Worth, Texas. Ah, replaced by another bulb of Fort Worth. Okay. Well,
Interesting.
all right. So yeah. Anyway,
That's cool.
oh yeah, you learn little interesting tidbits every time you do a video with me.
Yeah.
I try to make these videos interesting, y'all.
He's a walking encyclopedia. He just is full of knowledge.
Most of it's useless.
Can actually be found everywhere. For instance, the oil that gets pumped all throughout the US, left alone, it would wear away its transport pipes. But de Groot was able to find chemical-based solutions that made it less corrosive. But his work also crossed into the food world. He's rumored to have helped create magic shell chocolate that hardens on ice cream. He's also said to have secretly reformulated the recipe for Coca-Cola when any alcohol-based ingredients were outlawed during Prohibition. My Diet Coke addiction thanks you, sir. But it's his observations coming from the early 1920s that has me talking about him today. As the story goes, Mel went to the circus and observed that pink lemonade would consistently outsell the natural pale yellow variety. He later proved that most people couldn't identify a soda as grape flavored unless it was explicitly colored as purple. These were actually some of the first studies done on the relationship between color and flavor, and they showed that you could decouple flavor from natural color. Heck, you could decouple flavor from itself. Just say what people are tasting and they'll believe you. With a little bit of branding, you can make people believe that they're tasting anything. Enter
Taste
the
the
world of
rainbow.
artificial flavors. If a human
Yep.
sense of taste is really so easy to control and manipulate, why not do that more regularly? In 1869, a German chemist named Konstantin Fahlberg accidentally discovered the sweet taste of saccharin while he was working in his lab. This then led to the creation of the first artificial sweetener, and from there, throughout the rest of the early 20th century, the use of artificial flavors and colorings started to become more widespread. One of the first and most notable developments was the creation of synthetic vanillin in 1874, which made what was historically an expensive and difficult to obtain flavor into something that anyone could afford and use, something that we actually covered in a previous food theory. World War II also increased demand for artificial flavors as the war created shortages of all natural products. This was a trend that would continue after the war then as demand for processed and packaged foods grew. But it was in the 1950s and 60s when food companies began to invest heavily in research and development of new artificial flavors and colors, resulting in the creation of many of the ones that we know today: grape, cherry, bubblegum, and yes, raspberry. So what then is the actual flavor of blue raspberry? Well, when you look at the breakdown, there are actually four key components. The first is ethyl maltol, which has a sweet caramel-like aroma and is commonly used in the food industry to enhance flavors. Next up is methylantranolate, which has a fruity, grape-like or cherry-like aroma. Then it's isoamyl acetate, which has a fruity, banana-like aroma, and then they finish it off with some malic acid, a natural acid that's found across many fruits, including raspberries, to give the candy a tart, acidic taste. And there you have your blue raspberry flavor with nary a raspberry in sight. So yeah, at the end of the day, blue raspberry, your favorite Sour Patch Kid flavor, has been a lie this entire time. There's no such berry, the color used to cause you cancer, so they made it blue, and the flavor is only what you think raspberries are supposed to taste like, which is apparently a mix of grapes, cherries, banana, and acid. Disillusioning? Yeah, maybe. Probably should have taken the red pill all along. As for me, I've always been more of a grape guy myself. And don't even get
I
me
respect
started
it.
on the fact that grape doesn't taste like grape. Probably an episode for another day.
Don't
But
like grape.
until that day
Fair enough.
No grape.
comes, remember, it's all just a theory. A food theory. Bon appetit.
Bone apple tea. So, yeah, I can just imagine you after watching this video. You're sitting there with like your patch of like blue raspberry Sour Patch Kids, and you're just like, "Tell me lies, tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies." Like you don't care.
I don't.
Nah, who would care? I mean, this is
Thank
just
you for the education, but I will still continue to eat my blue food.
yes, blue foodstuffs. Yes. All right, so we're gonna end it here, everybody. This was a food theory on blue raspberry is a complete lie. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think blue raspberry is, what is your favorite flavor? As a matter of fact, that's the question of the day right there. If you're still here at the end of the video, this is our question of the day, and feel free to answer it down below. We would love to hear what you all think. What is your favorite flavor of, candy, or just your favorite general flavor? Whether it's blue raspberry, grape, green apple, boysenberry, whatever. Whatever flavor, really, it's pure neuron activation for you. Whenever, which one does that to you?
Watermelon, grape, all the others.
I about said something very bad, and I'm glad I stopped myself. Oh.
What? Oh my god.
Good night, everybody.